on, man. Now I don't believe in nothing no more. I'm going to law school. No!
Toots, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer just like you.
Good for you, son. If there's one thing America needs, it's more lawyers. Can you imagine a world without lawyers? Oh.
Dad, there's been an accident.
Are you going to be able to get by without Carl's paycheck?
I just don't know for sure, Dad. Everything seems so awful. I mean, what rights do we have? I guess I'll need a good lawyer.
Good just won't cut it. Not with 2 hungry mouths to feed. You need the best lawyer there is.
Sounds nice, Dad, but who?
Oh my goodness. Ooh! Whose Sailor Moon shirt? Why, mine, of course. It's a little tight. The Sanders guy, I'm sorry. 5 bits is not enough to have your message read, but it is enough for me to shame you as a poor. Look, if you guys need to see higher socks, you need to send higher bits. Frankly.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday night. This is Breaking the Narrative, and my guest tonight is Nick Rekieta from Rekieta Law. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, not much. How are you?
I'm, well, like I'm a mixed bag. I'm generally terrific, but I had a bit of a day today.
You had a day. Tell me about it.
Well, it's, things are just, how do I say this? Family life gets complicated sometimes.
Well,
And,
especially when you have 5 kids. Yeah.
We have 5 kids. We've got a close relative getting married on Saturday, and like everybody's scrambling to get things done. I've got an in-law sibling going through a mess. It's just like a bunch of stuff kind of collapsed in on itself today. So, but generally things are great. Today was just like a lot.
Oh my God. It's like, well, and it's like when it rains, it pours. You're like,
Yeah.
oh God. Like when one thing happens, it's like all of a sudden it's like a domino effect. And you're like, why do I have to deal with all of this at the same time?
Yeah. Can we partition this out over
Yeah.
several different months? That would be great.
Yeah, that would be awesome. You're also dealing with a lawsuit. How's that going?
It's in a complete holding pattern right now because we had a motion hearing. The motion was for, it kind of depends on how the judge applies the law, but either outright dismissal under Minnesota law or summary. Well, technically, I guess it'd be outright dismissal under Colorado's anti-SLAPP law, or under Minnesota law, summary judgment, which are kind of judged the same. But either way, it's a motion to end the lawsuit with me winning. They had the hearing on April 10th, and you just got to wait for the ruling. So that could be 30 days. It's been more than 30 days now. It could be 90 days. You just got to wait. So that's what we're doing is just hanging to see what happens
You're
next.
just playing the waiting game. I mean, obviously we're rooting for a dismiss with prejudice, sir.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. A lot of prejudice.
Well, actually, sir is too kind. More like, actually, I can't say that because we're on YouTube. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. People are crazy. I know people who are dealing with some law stuff too, and close to home in California, mind you. It's
Yeah.
the system's nuts, man. The system's nuts, and usually it's really geared towards not good people. So
Right. And it's like, and the problem with the system, and the U.S. legal system in theory is actually pretty good. It's pretty cool if you eliminate cost as a factor.
Ah.
Because like it works, but it's so damn expensive
It
to do
really
it, to make it work and to access it. And so that's the whole problem is like, this wouldn't be a big deal if it didn't cost so fucking much money. But, you know, that's the way it goes. So, yeah, so now we're just waiting and hopefully we will win and get everything taken care of. And if we don't, we will go ahead and do something else. I mean, we'll just keep trucking along,
Yeah, of course.
and figure it out. So that'll be fun.
We'll just laugh at it because that's
Yeah.
all we can do. Because what else are you gonna do if you don't laugh? You're gonna cry. What are you drinking?
This is my new vice. This thing is not good, Nina. This
Is it gonna make you a fat?
No.
Okay.
No, that's the best part. It's a Monster Rehab,
All right,
so
let
it'll
me
give
see
you
it.
a heart attack. You will not be fat. It's
Okay.
tea and lemonade. But listen to this.
So heart disease without the fat. Okay.
So the whole can is only 25 calories. There's
Wow.
only 3 grams of sugar. And there's 230 milligrams of sodium, which is 10%. That's not actually that much for a canned beverage.
Like an energy drink.
But it's loaded with caffeine, so it will murder you at some point. But they're so fucking good. It's like a really good tea lemonade mix plus all the like energy drink bullshit. And I don't care about that. They just taste good.
You need to get them to sponsor you, and then you'll get free shit from them.
Yeah.
And then that'll be good. I wanted to, by the way, thank you, Braz Monkey, for gifting 5 memberships to the chat before we started. We are simulcasting on Rumble because I'm doing that now.
It's the thing to do.
It's the thing to do.
Did you see their big news?
Rumbles?
Yeah, they signed. I don't know if you follow streamer news. I don't, but like it gets fed to me because of my algorithm. So the biggest Twitch streamer is this guy named Kai Cenat. The biggest YouTube streamer is this guy named iShowSpeed. And Rumble just signed them to do a show together.
No way.
Exclusively. Like they'll have their stuff on, my understanding, they'll still have their stuff on Twitch and YouTube because Rumble tends to like that so that they can bring the audience over, but they're doing a show together.
Like together. That's cool.
The Kai and Speed show, and it's a whole demographic of people I don't understand, and it's a show format that I will obviously not even care about at all. I just care that they're bringing millions and millions of eyes potentially to Rumble that would otherwise not look that way at all. So
that's cool. I mean, I've never heard of these people that you just spoke of. Like it's the first time I've ever heard their names. So it's really weird when you're like, this is the biggest YouTube content creator, and I'm like,
well, live streaming.
Okay, I've never heard of them.
iShowSpeed, they're both like 21 to 24-year-old black guys. So I've seen iShowSpeed's content. A lot of people have seen iShowSpeed's content in clips because he does some crazy shit.
iShowSpeed, like YouTube. Let me go.
Yeah, iShowSpeed. It's all like one word. He has this one where he lights a Pikachu firework off in his apartment or in his bedroom.
Yeah, okay, I know that guy. I just didn't know his name.
Yeah, so he's very like people know him from that stuff. And yeah, he's very crazy, high energy stuff. I don't know anything that Kai Cenat does. I'm completely unfamiliar. But I mean, he's routinely streaming to 50,000 plus people on Twitch. He's
crazy.
Like
I mean, I heard like streaming, well, not Rumble, but like streaming news. I heard like Elon Musk was like telling Tucker to come on Twitter, and I know that he offered it to Don Lemon as well. So I don't know if that happened or not, or like it's going to. But
I want them both to go on Twitter just because I want to see the number comparison between Tucker's show and Don's.
Yeah, that would be
would be great.
That would be hilarious. Also, early super chat from 200 Watt Studios. That's for $2. Did you recommend DUI guy for your in-laws issue?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing legal at all for my in-laws issue. It's not illegal. It has nothing to do with the legal system, is what I mean. It's just it's how life unfolds.
It's cartel related. We got it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I got it.
No, it's one of those things where like in the moment it sucks, and then like 2 years from now you'll probably be like, you know what, this is actually a good thing. So that's how life kind of works out sometimes.
Life does work like that a lot. Now
I got beef with you.
You got beef with me?
Yeah.
Tell me.
That intro that you always play. One of these times, I'm going to show up on your damn show in that Sailor Moon shirt.
Please do it.
And you will
go put it on now.
Not be able to stop me.
Please get some drinks in you and go put it on now.
Hi, chat. Send super chats to us.
You're like the only person I've ever made an intro for because it was there. I'm like, I mean, it's your own fault. Maybe you shouldn't have done it. If you didn't want people to intro you like that.
I just look at that. I just look at that shirt hanging in my closet because it's still there, and it's so little. I'm like, God, that was uncomfortable to wear.
You know what's so crazy is I want a Sailor Moon shirt. Like I don't have one, and I've wanted one forever. And I'm like, Nick has a Sailor Moon shirt, and I don't. like,
you want me to give it to you? You want it?
No, because I'm not wearing the one you wore. But
why? We could have a contest. Who wore it better?
Okay, we can do that. That would be fun. Because I think I'll win. Just saying.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know why you would think that at all.
You're right. There's no contest because apparently men can wear anything better than women nowadays, especially women's clothing. So that's definitely a thing that's happening.
I'll get my style tips from Dylan, and we'll. You don't stand a chance, girl. Not a chance.
You're right. I don't even know why I'm trying, but that's actually kind of what we're here to talk about tonight for this show. Is the main topic is woke marketing, and I mean, is it even called woke marketing at this point? Because I don't even know.
It's just called marketing now.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's how everything is done. Everything has decided that that I guess sort of stereotypical or traditional male interests are irrelevant and stupid and offensive and horrible. And therefore they must make men into, I don't want to say women, they must make men into boring women very specifically. Like you must like these things, like being fat for one thing. Like that's one of the things you have to like is just being fat. It's weird. I don't get it.
It's also, there's a lot of female shaming as well. There's a lot of like, you know, if you're one of those models that looked pretty and you did that with your life, well, fuck you, because you're the reason men started sexualizing women, and you know, all these women are the problem now, which I think is ridiculous.
If you put on the Sailor Moon shirt, that's what they'd say. Women are not allowed to have breasts anymore. They're not allowed to be thin. They're not allowed to have like a tapered waist that or an hourglass figure. They're not allowed any of that. It's not okay. That is all bad. And if they're like that, they shouldn't be on the screen. If they are on screen, they need to be depressed, or they need to be covered up like by a fucking tent off in the distance.
Yeah, usually like put in a potato sack, and that's why we have like, you know, the whole the uggofying that keeps happening. It's like always like, you know, in every most like Disney movies that happens, you know, we saw it like happen with Rose Tico and Star Wars, you know, many years ago, and it just kind of took a life of its own. It's like, oh, that's a thing we can do now, just make beautiful women ugly. And then
wait, was Rose Tico beautiful?
Yeah, like the actress, she's really pretty.
Really?
Have you ever seen her? Hold on.
No, I've never thought to look.
Hold on.
Because I saw the movie and I was like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. And then they were like, they decided to make her into a potato. And I was like, what? Why? Why would you do this to her? Hold on. Let me pull up a picture for you. So I saw you were painting toys today too. How'd that go?
Pretty well. I mean, I have. So I've been working. I'm bad at painting. I don't do it ever because I never take the time unless I'm on stream with Az and Sargon. But I've been working on this figure forever, and it's not a mini. Usually you paint the little like miniatures for Warhammer or whatever. But this is a what was it? Todd McFarlane released some Warhammer, some big boys a long time ago. They're like 7-inch, 6 or 7 inch toys, and so I've been painting this one forever. And so today I was doing a lot of.
Let me hold on. Let's see it.
I can zoom it in. It's not anywhere near done, but I was just doing the highlighting around the edges of it, and I shake a lot, so it really Like it takes a lot of work for me to do this. And then I usually have to go back in and fix it because my hands have shook ever since I was about 15. You can see it right now. My hand shakes. So, but yeah, I did a lot of the highlighting, all of the light purple.
That's not the
was done
same
today.
one that you like did last time, and then like it had that white stuff on it.
Yep. No, that's him. Yeah, I had to.
Oh, is it?
I had to fix the hand because yeah, it's the I've got the leg here, and I was opening the white paint, or I was squeezing out the white paint, and it had a clog, and it just launched, and it cummed all over my desk. It was all over my keyboard. My like desk mat and stuff still has a giant spot on it. So
it goes
yeah,
all over the place.
Yeah, I corrected. I think I've covered up most of where it hit the figure.
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I don't see it anymore, so I think you fixed it.
I think I got. There was a little bit on his hand. It looked like he had a long day. No, I did fix that up, and now I'm highlighting. So I love painting, but I never take time to do it on my own because I'm always like if I have free time, I'm not like I'm going to sit down for 3 hours and paint.
Yeah. It's definitely a hobby thing. I mean, but did you see the Kelly Marie Tran? That's her.
Okay. Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
And then they uglified her. They were like, nah, you don't have boobs and you don't have a body or a waist.
Yeah.
You're gonna just look like a potato sack now.
All women should be bound, no chests at all. That makes everybody happy.
Well, now there's been kind of like this weird situation with like, it started with Bud Light. Well, not that it started with Bud Light, because I don't think it started with Bud Light. It just Bud Light kind of just brought it into people's views more about wait, what's going on? Like let's take a step back over here.
They did it really in your face. Like,
they were
heavy. And it's Bud Light. Like beer commercials have a tradition. The liquor store that I walk into, it's right by this local grocery store. And I love it because the guy there is he's a bourbon guy. And so he likes bourbon. He gets good bourbons, better bourbons than are reasonably expected in this tiny town's liquor store. And he gets secret bottles like this is not a crazy bottle of bourbon. It's just Eagle Rare. It's not super expensive, but they're really hard to come by out here. So when he gets these, he like puts them in his desk. He doesn't put them on the shelf.
Sure.
And when he sees me walk in, because he knows I like whiskey a lot, he will sell me. He'll save me and sell me bottles. So I love this place. And right when you walk in, on the wall is a 1985 Budweiser poster. And it's a sports car and 6 women who are not in bikinis, but they're in like midriff cut workout outfits, aerobics outfits from the 80s. And they're all sudsed up and they're just washing the car and giggling because that's what women in the 80s did. Everywhere you went, they're just washing cars, giggling, covered in soap. And like, that's what beer commercials and marketing used to be, because beer was predominantly dominated by male consumers. And they like the idea that if you're drinking, you're having fun. If you're having fun, you're around a bunch of women who want to be with you. And that was the whole marketing ploy. And it worked brilliantly. And then all of a sudden that was offensive.
And it did work, right? I mean, I didn't dream that this was working as a as a marketing thing, right? Because in the 90s, it was the same way. Like in the night, especially like early 90s, it was all, really hot chicks. Remember the old Calvin Klein commercials, like Abercrombie and Fitch?
Oh
like
my gosh,
all of them, just really, really beautiful women. Always Victoria's
Skinny
Secret.
women in underwear is a solid marketing campaign. You can sell broccoli to carnivore. Like you could sell Melanie Mac broccoli with skinny women in underwear. I'm convinced. She'd be like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to just eat meat.
Yeah, she'll be like, maybe I'll try it. I'll try it. Yeah,
it just works.
Agree. And so, I mean, we started with Bud Light. Like they really went at it. And then apparently, like freaking Miller Lite was like, Bud Light, yo, hold my beer, because I got something to show you.
Miller Lite was like, hold my Bud Light.
Did you see this?
I have not watched the commercial, but I know what's going on in it. It's great.
Oh, I'm so glad that you haven't watched it, because now you're going to, and we're going to get a reaction from you. So if you need me to pause at any moment, let me know and I'll pause it so you can comment.
Here's a little known fact. Women were among the very first to brew beer ever. From Mesopotamia to the Middle Ages.
Pause it. First of all, shut the fuck up. No one cares who brewed beers for. No man is out there like, you know what? I drink beer because men brewed beer first. And now like women are brewing beer and women are going to be like, you know what? Now that I know that women brewed beer in Mesopotamia, and by the way, Toots, it was something a little bit different, but that's fine. Now that I know, now I'm going to drink beer. But that's not even my point. I wanted you to pause it because look at the sad state of what is on screen. Like this lady is exceedingly mid. Like she is so exceptionally mid. They had to go through so many people to find someone with zero curvature from their underarms to their hips. She is no contour. It's just box. She's got kind of an okay chest. Maybe we're left ambiguous with it because they have her in this high round neck sweater and a skirt in the most incomprehensible outfit for whatever season this ambiguously is, noting that this is coming out in spring and no one is wearing a white fucking sweater anymore
on a gray skirt.
And it looks like she's wearing pantyhose or stockings.
Yeah.
We'll never find out because her skirt's too long for that. So it's like, what? First of all, the outfit sucks. But second of all, the amount of women they had to reject to find someone so mediocre is amazing to me. Like
it's wild. And it's so funny because she's like saying like women were some of the people that there's only men and women. Like, who else is there? Because the other stuff doesn't exist. So I don't know what you're talking about. Right? It makes no sense to me. Like, what is she talking about?
And I want to be clear. I'm not trying to tear this chick down. Like, she's perfectly fine. Like, she's not ugly. But she's also not hot. And that's the point that they're trying to get to. They want her to be a 5, like an exact 5.
See, I think she can be hot. And I've seen, like after this ad, I've seen some pictures of her where she's pretty hot.
Maybe it's just a sweater.
It's the outfit. And what we're shaming, Nick, and I think what you're shaming and what I'm definitely shaming is whoever came up with this ensemble and this color scheme and whatever is going on. The fashion person that came up with this ensemble needs to not have a job. And that's what's going on.
But they did the exact job that Miller wanted. That's the worst part. They're like, we want you to design the one outfit that no one would wear because it's not ugly enough and it's also not attractive.
Exactly. And like her boobs, I'm pretty sure like are actually pretty big and like nice looking. But they have her in a bra with no support so that she's got a bra and that's pretty clear, but it's just gonna let them like hang kind of ambiguously. Because like if you pushed them up a little bit, it's a grandma bra.
They look good. Yeah, there's probably no padded cup and there's probably no underwire or anything like that. And so she's probably a chesty lady but they've got to just sit there kind of drooping, and it's weird. It's like just let them out.
I know. Let him breathe, girl. Come on. You know you want to let him breathe. She used to let him breathe. I'll show you a picture later.
Ever. From Mesopotamia to the Middle Ages to colonial America, women were the ones doing the brewing. Centuries later, how did the industry pay homage to the founding mothers of beer? They put us in bikinis.
Pause it there for a second, please. Wow. I don't have anything to say. Can we just appreciate that a beer commercial used to be hot chick, topless sunbathing on a beach, but you can't see anything, of course, because it's television, and a guy pouring a beer down her back, because that's awesome. It just is. Every guy would want to drink the fucking Spine Canyon beer going down this girl's back. Every guy
and every girl wanted to be that girl. Like, I want to be that girl. I want to look like that girl. And notice in this commercial, Nick, how they've blanked out.
Yeah, can't have her face.
You can't have her face because she's a victim. Like, she's a victim. She was objectified and she's a victim now. You can't look at her. Like, you can't see who this person was because
I want to know who this is. Someone out there has probably already figured out who the model was. I bet she's super successful. She looks familiar to me.
She looks
something
familiar to
about
me
the
too. I
hair.
don't know who she is, but I would think she would be pissed off at this though. If I was her, I'd be mad. I'd be like, "Yo, that's my picture. You blurred out."
And they
look
probably
at
didn't pay her because of the blurring.
Look at the disdain in her eyes. She's like, "I hate you.
Yeah.
You look like absolute shit."
Yeah, the better part is she looks so much better than this girl.
I know.
Like just her hair.
Everything about her.
Look at this. Wild. It's time beer made it up.
So awesome.
So today, Miller Lite is on a mission to clean up not just their but the whole beer industry's
Oh, thanks.
Miller Lite has been scouring the internet for all this
Look, that was so weird. Like she's shredding these women. It's really weird. It's like it's such a weird messaging to be like, I'm gonna shame these women.
Yeah,
and shame the men that like them.
Right.
And want to sell you beer.
The critical factor is that like this happened with Formula One racing, right? When they got rid of all the hot Formula One girls, and they're like, wait, what the fuck did we do? They all got fired over some principle, and it's like, sorry, ladies, you look too good. Go eat 75 Krispy Kremes and call us in the morning. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense. And why is Miller Lite on a campaign to clean up the beer industry? Fuck off. The smartest beer company on earth will be the one that just hires hot women for advertising. And
100%. It's like, which one of you fuckers is it going to be? Like, if you step up, you will make bank because all of these woke weirdos are going to go broke.
You know, it'd be great if it was PBR that did it. Like this shitty hipster beer comes
or like old English, like OE is like, we're like, you know, we're old English and we like them fucking old ass shit. So, you know, that's what we're like in our marketing, like fucking crazy cool bitches, you know?
Be like, they just need a big jack dude in a little short swimsuit to come out and be like they could hire Ron Gronkowski or whatever, like a big football player, like who's in shape, and he'd come out and be like, hey guys, something weird's happening. I heard only ugly people are drinking other beers, but not this beer. This beer is for hot, awesome, and in shape people. And then all of a sudden, it's like an old 80s, 90s beach party with like a big bonfire, hot people throwing footballs around, and everybody's like just dousing each other in beer. They got beer and super soakers. That'd be awesome. I would buy beer. I hate beer, and I would buy so much.
I would buy that beer. I don't drink beer at all, but I would just buy it just so I can support them. I'll be like, yes, you like hot women? Okay, I can get behind this campaign.
I just buy other people beer. Or maybe Corona. Yes. Corona should hire all the hot Mexican weather ladies.
Absolutely.
To do beer commercials. That beer would sell so much. Even Modelo could sell beer using that strategy.
Yeah, because I mean, like, what's it called? Corona already kind of does that, like, because they already like have that beach theme that they do. So all they need to do is just add like some hot chicks in bikinis to it, and then they'll be fine.
That's all you have to do, and it would sell just organically. It would sell, but right now especially, it would sell so hard to be like, we actually don't think people should be ashamed of how they look. And we don't think that people should be punished for other people finding them attractive. In fact, we know we all want to be found attractive by the opposite sex and sometimes at the same sex. And that's cool. Our beer's for you. If you like being attractive, drink our beer. Do it.
Done. And then they're saying that marketing doesn't work.
Which is crazy.
They're trying. This is the craziest thing that we're like. This is a progression, Nick, because I have company spokespersons on Twitter saying that era is over because it never worked. And I'm like, it did work. You're trying to make this illusion that it didn't work. It did work. We all bought beers. We all bought the calendars. We all bought like all of the stuff that hot chicks were on. So I don't even know what you're talking about.
I want to start making a beer commercial, like a beer. I want to make a beer and hire you to do it. There we go. We'll have you be the spokesperson. That'll be perfect. You understand exactly what's going on.
Yes.
It's like, fucking hell. Just Jesus.
Just get ready because this is gonna get worse. Here we go.
Miller Lite has been scouring the internet for all this and buying it back so that they can turn it into good for women brewers. Literally good.
So they're calling their beer the good shit. They're actually calling their stuff shit. That's good marketing. Like, why would you want to drink something that's called shit? I don't know why. Why would they think this is a good idea?
Because they hired a marketing graduate from the 2000 teens at least. Oh God. I don't know. I don't know why like, yeah, let's call our product bad. Let's celebrate the mediocrity of everyone involved, and let's take down anything that's ever been better. Oh, and let's remind people that women made beer for a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who cares? Like, are women making your beer now? Are they the Mesopotamian women that were making the old beer? Do we even like
just
old
wait,
beer?
Nick. Oh, yes.
Oh, damn it.
They are making your beer now. Just look at them. They're going to show up.
Ladies, take it away.
First, we turn the bad shit into compost. Then we feed compost to worms. Push it out.
First up,
Beautiful
hippie chick that probably hasn't freaking shaved her armpits for months. There we go.
Yeah, and we have no idea if this lady actually has anything to do with this process.
No, we don't. She's an actress.
Push it out. Beautiful fertilizer. That good shit helps farmers grow quality hops,
which is then donated to women brewers to make their own really good shit.
But there's definitely more shit out there. In your attic, in the garage, in your parents' basement. Send any shit you got into Miller Lite, and they'll turn that into good shit too.
Their ad campaign is literally... Their ad campaign is... I didn't get this. Their ad campaign is literally, if you send us old, awesome marketing, we will shred it, compost it, and turn it into garbage beer.
Yes. And it's called good shit. Yes. That is their marketing.
I would...
It's getting bad out there, folks. It's getting crazy out there. This is what marketing has become in 2023.
What frustrates me is, like, I love all this stuff. I don't have like a beer girl calendar hanging in my office or anything. I don't own any of that stuff. I just love the concept of marketing towards people's desires, because that only makes sense. But it's not like I have it sitting around. And right now, I wish I had a ton of it to specifically not send in. And it's like, God, what? I don't know.
I wish I had some just so I can take pictures with it and put it on Twitter and being like, I love my old merch from, like, you know, when fucking Miller Lite used to be great. Like, you know, make Miller Lite great again or something like that. And they would hate that too, because then they'll be associated with like fucking Donald Trump slogan. So then they'll be like, oh no, let's hate her.
That'd be so funny to get all of the old Miller Lite hot chick stuff, like to have it centrally located and just have it in the background of like every YouTube video that's ever done. Like,
I would do it on purpose. I'd be like, here's my hot girl. Like, they had like standees and stuff. Like, I would like have one of those cardboard standees like standing right here. I'd be like,
yeah,
she's my new friend. She's so hot.
Yeah, and she can hold like a little thing of whatever you're talking about or what, anything.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Because without us, there would be no beer.
That's not true.
That's not true. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, like, why don't you just wear this? Like, I don't, like, I mean, clearly you want to. You have the same color scheme going on.
Yep.
She's got the same color scheme going on.
It was probably actually modeled off that outfit.
It's like, all you need is this weird hair thing. What is these things called?
I don't know. I mean,
they're called like a hijab right? in like Islam, but in like nunnery,
in Catholic, it's called a habit. Is
okay? That's what it
the
is,
like
then.
nun outfit.
Yeah, the habit. So she needs a habit, and then she'll be fine, or a hijab, whatever. Either way, just you'll put it on, you'll be fine.
No beer.
Unreal. Women can't drive tractors. Not just joking.
Watch her crash into like a school bus.
that would be funny if she actually. Now, see, how different would this beer commercial be, Nick, if she was in a bikini?
It would be so much better,
right? And she like, let's say she's talking about like, oh, let's just like make this, we need more of this, like not less kind of thing. Like, instead of shaming people, like, let's
women have been
own
helping
it.
men party since ancient Mesopotamia, and we're here to keep partying. Like, because sometimes your day sucks, work sucks, media sucks, the news is rough, and all you want to do is kick back with your man or your woman, and you want to have a beer, and you want to have a cold beer, and then you guys can just relax and enjoy the world together. And like that, like just do that. Just literally anything other than this is good. Anything other than this.
It's freaking nuts, man. And like, there was so the funny part was that people were posting pictures of her in her past outfits and things like that she's done. I forgot to bookmark that. But she was one of those chicks. She was one of those, like,
do we know her name?
I don't know her name. Chat, help me out here. Do we know
Miller
this chick's
Lite
name?
Beer commercial, good shit woman.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's the woman in the Miller Lite commercial? Elizabeth Hitch. Wait, no, is that the marketing exec? Elizabeth Hitch?
I think Elizabeth Hitch is the marketing chick. Oh, people are saying this name.
What's the name?
Ilana Glazer.
Oh, Ilana Glazer. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, Ilana Glazer.
Her name is Glazer.
We're such dorks. That's funny.
Yeah, her name's a sex joke. Here we go. Let's see if we can find.
What's up, Mephisto's reviews?
Okay, here's her in a pinup. This is not super revealing, but I mean it's a little more sexualized. At least it recognizes attraction in some way. So here's her in a pinup thing. I got it shared. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah. See, she used to show it off. She has assets.
So
she can be cute.
Okay, here's her in like a completely see-through outfit, but it's like you can't see anything specific. She's not really my type, but she looks a little bit better in some of these pictures. I found the 51 hottest pictures of her.
The 51 hottest pictures?
Yeah, it's a list, or it's a one of those list articles or whatever. So let's see. I'm going to see if any of these are particularly hot. That one was in there. There's her nipples just poking through her shirt. Which I don't really have a problem with or anything, but there's her in a workout outfit. She doesn't have too many like sexy pictures so far.
There was a couple that I saw where she was like in a bra, and like there was like, just like bras and like, sports bras and like things like that. And I was just like, well, you didn't really care about showing it off before. Like, I don't know why it's such a big problem for you now.
She's not people kind of get mixed up when I talk. She's not particularly fat, but she's also not particularly skinny. She is not a thin woman. She's in some of her pictures, she's got a little more contour and shape to her, but she's kind of thicker in general, but not like bad.
I just feel like she is one of those like hypocritical people who is like totally virtue signaling now. And it's like, okay, well, for acting though, you were definitely putting it all out there before and you seem to have no problem with it. But now somehow, because times have changed, it's all a problem. And all the people who used to do it, like yourself, are now being judged by you, which is so ridiculous to me that, just get off your high horse. Like, I don't like it when people do that kind of thing. It's like, okay, like, you don't want to approve of it anymore, whatever.
And that's fine, but you don't have to like shame everybody else who has done it or still does.
Exactly.
It's funny because we wonder why women are increasingly doing things like OnlyFans and stuff like that. It's like, well, because we're shutting attractive women out of all of the industries where being attractive was valuable. And Like, because it used to be if you were a hot chick, you would, I don't know, you'd go and you wanted to like specifically market that aspect of yourself. You'd go into modeling, you'd go into acting, you'd go into, like ring girl, race girl type thing, cheerleader type things, dance type things, some sort of performative thing that emphasizes the body. And now we're replacing literally all of those women with uglier people or transgender people or some sort of body positive thing. I think we have like the first a transgender model's been named the next swimsuit issue cover model, a transgender pop singer, I think. And
I am so annoyed about that.
And then Martha Stewart was the last one. It's like, I don't want 81-year-old Martha Stewart in a swimsuit on my Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Like, that's not what this is about. Like, she can model in a JCPenney catalog or something. I don't care. But this is about like the bikinis that you wear to South Beach. That's what these are.
Well, Nick.
Sorry, I'm angry.
Feast your eyes on this.
I hate you.
Because that's the new Adidas one. So Adidas is like, Nike, you got Dylan? We can do better. We can do better, guys. We got this person. Whatever is going on with this person and this bulge. And and also their back is like full of zits, which is freaking gross. It's like, why? Why are we looking at these people as standards of beauty? And then, oh, by the way, if you like this and you want an actual woman, here's the woman.
Here's the woman. Look, it's like when you are frosting a cake and you get that bag of icing and you squeeze it. That's what her legs look like. It's being piped out of the fucking swimsuit.
Oh my God. It's like, why? Why are all of these Ew, look at them.
Come on.
Look, why?
Someone held a hairdryer on my plastic model.
I'm just like, at this point in my life, I'm like, look, I've been told that, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I don't know, man. I just don't know anymore. I don't think I can handle any more of this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry.
There's
showing you this.
No, I'm not gonna. Never mind. There are a couple industries. There are a couple industries that still recognize that like attractiveness is good. Unfortunately, they're like taboo industries, and it's weird that is the thing. Okay, I'll say it. So I mentioned the other day, one of my hobbies is going to adult novelty shops where, like, when I travel, because it's funny, like you go around, you see things. Most of the stuff in the stores is the same, but what isn't the same is the outfits. The outfits are different. And so if you've never been into one of these shops, here's how the outfit sales go. There's a little package, and they're basically one size fits most on almost all of these things. Sometimes they have small, medium, or medium large, but it's usually one size because they're very stretchy and they're made to just suck onto whatever skin that you have. All right. And almost every model on every one of those things is a Fredericks of Hollywood, Victoria's Secret model from the 90s style shape. They're all very busty. They have perfect hourglass shapes. They're all hot. Okay. Except for one section of those, which is for plus size girls. And that is perfectly fine. Like, these models, look, this is how this is going to look on a big girl. This is a big size. If you are little, do not buy this.
Right.
If you are big, don't buy the little one. And it's very overt. That's okay. But like, that's an industry that still recognizes that everybody who's shopping for like super hot lingerie wants it to look, they want to look like that girl.
Right.
Like the guy buying it's like, I want my wife to look like that, or my girlfriend, or the girl I haven't met yet. I want her to look like that in this. And then the girl goes, I want to look like that in this. I want to be sexy to the maximum. There are a couple industries that still do it, but we are driving hot women directly into only sexualized industries. And it's creepy that that's the solution to all this.
It is really creepy, and it's definitely like, I don't think it's a solution, but it's just I guess it's more like what else are they gonna do? Like, it's not necessarily a solution, more like a last resort. It's like, okay, like I really, I like my body, like I like attention, like what these women are saying this, right? And like I like, what is my avenue? Oh, this line of work. It's like, I don't like, I mean, I don't agree with it. I'm not an OnlyFans person, but it's not necessarily like, but I can understand why some girls would be like, yeah, maybe that's what I want to do.
But it's so the weird thing is, like, okay, so exclude OnlyFans because that's a particular type of monetization that ends up with going farther than most people want to go, right? Like most people, I assume, are not super comfortable with selling their nudity or their sexuality for money.
Yes.
It's a line that's been drawn for a lot of people for a long time. Not weird. Not weird that's the thing. But aside from that, like a majority of people want to feel at least a little attractive to someone somewhere.
Absolutely.
And that is perfectly normal. And the weird converse of that is that we're being told constantly that everyone should feel this. But the people who are not allowed to are the people who actually are that. And that is so strange. It's like, no, like everybody should want to feel sexy and or should be able to feel sexy and hot. Cool. Right? Like we're now learning that there are people out there that are attracted to all body shapes of all body types, and that's fine. So everybody can feel sexy, but that does not mean that we now have to flood all advertising with only people who are in the minority of like fetishized sexualization.
Ugh, it's so weird. And you're absolutely right. I think that you just kind of nailed what's actually going on is this perverted kink weird, that's what they want to push, which is kind of really weird to me. Now, to round it out to the new ad today, to round it out
to the new standards.
Yeah, to the new standards and to the round event that happened in this ad. Dove came out with this today. And I was like, I couldn't even believe it because I didn't read the text. I was just, somebody sent it to me. I was just like watching. I was like, okay.
I haven't seen it. I've heard about it.
I didn't even realize it was a Dove commercial. I was like, what is this? Like, this is weird. Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it. I heard about it today on the show I did previously. They kind of describe what happened. So, but I'm looking so forward to hating every second of this.
Get ready. This is the best thing ever. Also the worst thing. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Did you recognize that that's what everyone wants you to look like? Oh. God. Hey, it's that chick from Miller Lite. It's Laura Croft after an 8-day buffet bender.
She rated the cake that is buffet. Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? All the guys feel totally represented in video games too, with all of our, like all of the non-masculine, like super masculine alpha body shapes that are out there. What? This is so fucking unreal. Here's the thing. Here's why they don't have that same stat for guys is because guys look at the heroic body shape of the triangle with muscles and everything, and they go, this is who I want saving the world.
Yes.
And if I were in a dystopian sci-fi universe where I had to literally fight with a sword or an axe and a laser gun and a rocket pack, that's how I would probably look because I would have to. And that's the fantasy. That's the whole gimmick is like, I want to be that saving people, not me. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's why it was so is like that's why I like Cash Grab, like the comic from Cecil, because I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, but like that's him saving the world, and it's just like hilarious when it's like a fat dude that's doing it. You're like, this
Yeah.
doesn't look right. Like it's not supposed to be. That's a joke. Like, you know, like
Right.
when
It
you're supposed to
becomes the
be.
joke.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier. I was like, the reason I don't want to look like me saving the world is because if I swing a battle axe twice, I have to sit down and take a rest. Like,
dude, you'll be like shaking. You're like, I got my battle axe. It's just
my endurance bar is worse than Dark Souls level 1. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Come on.
Well, you know what? This is so stupid. Like I video game. I'm a female gamer.
Mhm.
And for me, the most ridiculous part in this is like games already let you, size your characters. Like there's so many
Yeah.
times where I'm going to character creation, and then like, you can make yourself a fat person if you want to. It's just like I never do it because I don't like that's not what I imagine myself to be. But there's a lot of people that do that. Like there's a lot of people that make giant characters, which is fine. It's cool because it's cool to have all shapes and sizes of characters in every video game, but it's already available. So you don't like, I don't know why you're saying like, women don't see themselves in video games as like, especially what fat women, because we're talking about fat women. We're not talking
Yeah.
about actual women that look fine. Like this is such a weird thing to me. And again, it comes to like shaming other people, because this is the feminist agenda for me. Is like the feminist agenda is to destroy other women as well.
Yes.
It's like, okay, you are not right. Like you don't have the right type of feminism. So, you're the problem. You're the internalized misogynist. You're the internalized, whatever. You love the patriarchy, and you've been brainwashed by the patriarchy to hate yourself and like blah, blah, blah. And I think that that's the most damning thing, is to turn that they're turning women against women as well. It's crazy.
The other thing is there's no okay, so what you brought up an interesting point. In basically every role-playing character creation game that exists, you can now choose to be bigger.
Yeah.
And in basically every game that's come out in the past decade at least, you can be male or female. Even Diablo 3, which Diablo 2 had distinctly gendered characters. Diablo 3 lets you pick the gender of whatever character you chose. Simple solution, mild art changes, very easy. And they did that. It was not a problem. All MMO games, which is one of the most popular genres of games, have allowed you to pick both male and female of both race, unless there have been a few MMOs out there that have a single, like an agendered race. And so there's only one option. But almost all of the races in all of the games have been multi-gendered. And a lot of them have allowed you to pick big characters, ugly characters. Hell, I played EverQuest, man. You could be a gnome that was this tall. You could be a big fucking fat ogress woman that looked like Gorlock the Destroyer from the whatever podcast. Like, you look at the old ogre women from EverQuest, that's what that thing looks like. And it's so funny to me. But like, you could be all of these things forever. And so it's like, if 74% of girls feel underrepresented in games, it's because they're not playing any mainstream titles at all. Like that's what that tells me, because all mainstream stuff has been doing this for decades.
Yeah. And I mean, have you seen my my character in Conan? I know you don't watch stuff, but usually sometimes I post.
I did briefly see it. I tuned into one of your streams for just a second and dropped a super chat, if I remember right. A couple weeks ago.
I would have remembered if you had dropped a super chat in my stream. Definitely, that did not happen.
I saw your character. Maybe you were playing with someone and I was on their stream and saw you.
Maybe that's the case.
Because your character is pretty accentuated, if I remember correctly.
My character is next level. I can't. I'm trying to find like a good screenshot of her right now, but I can't. So I'll just I'll show this one. Because it's just so people see, like, look, I like to see myself in characters too, but maybe just a little bit more, which is
see, but that's the fantasy, right? You're like, okay, if you give me the option to sculpt what I want to look like, I will sculpt and I shouldn't say but it could be a self-insert or it could be not, but you get the option to do that. And that is fine. What's wrong with that?
And my friend Jane, who's in the chat right now, Jane Theory, she looks hot like me too. Like we play together and she's got this chick that's got like, giant badonkadonks and like, she's got, really nice booty. She told me she had to go edit her booty to like make it bigger. And I was like, I got to make my booty bigger because mine's like kind of like, I got like a Brie Larson thing going on or something. I'm like, I need to fix this booty a little bit more.
Yeah, girl needs to do some squats.
She does. And it's weird because she does a lot of squats, but because clearly she's in Conan, but
It's just not paying off. Yeah.
It's just not working out.
Here, so this is the original EverQuest art for a female ogre. Look, it's fucking Gorlock. Like that's absolutely represented right there. And this is back in 98. 98 or 99 or whatever.
Oh like, my God.
This has been around forever. These are in the most popular games. So I really am curious, like that needs to be the follow-up question on this survey. 74% of girls feel underrepresented in games. Like, okay, name the last 5 games that you've played.
The best thing too, though, is Nick, is apparently they lied about it. So,
oh, of course.
Yeah. So that's the funny part because shout out to Vera Dark. She posted this just before the stream started. New research from the Dove endorsed by women in games shows 60% of girls and 60% of women feel misrepresented in the video games. And then they're like 74%. So what? Like they're just making up numbers now. It's like, okay, do you even care about the data that you are putting out into this thing that you're paying for? And if that's not, it doesn't matter. Like to me, it doesn't matter because all they care about is virtual signaling. Because if we actually cared about data, why don't we talk about obesity and heart disease data? Like, are we not talking? Why are we not talking about that data? Because I know that there's a correlation there, and apparently no one seems to care anymore. Because what we're constantly doing is feeding this narrative that body positivity means you can be this giant, fat, obese person, and somehow that is okay and that's beautiful. It has nothing to do with that it's not unhealthy, that it is healthy, that it's being constantly pushed that it's healthy and it's not healthy. So it's wild to me. It's a wild concept. That's okay.
So I was complaining about this picture from Law Twitter of these 3 grouse looking guys who they met because they all hate me, which is great. Mm-hmm. And so they were like thanking me for their ability to meet up with each other. Aww. And I mentioned that they were like these fat dumpy dudes squeezed into a booth. And someone said, Nick, a whole bunch of your audience are fat dumpy dudes. I said, there's a whole different thing between being fat and acting fat. Like you can be like I'm slightly known for fat shaming when people ask.
Yeah.
But I don't care if people are fat. Like I don't go around just like making fun of fat people. If they ask me to, I will, but I'm drawing on my history of hating fat people. Mm-hmm. Present day, I don't care what you do. If you enjoy who you are, fine. Like that's great. You should know that it's probably unhealthy to be fat. Like you probably have issues that you'll have to face. It's hard on your joints. It's hard on your heart. Like all of these things are real. You have blood flow issues. It might give you sexual performance issues. All of these things are real aspects of being fat. And if you're okay with all of them, cool. Go for it. Mm-hmm. There are problems with being skinny too. There are problems with being ridiculously muscular. Like muscular people are often obese. And they have similar issues with strain on their cardiovascular system. If you're too muscular, like
being too skinny, you're going to have hormonal imbalances. You're going to have all sorts of issues as well. I mean, being too skinny is like being anorexic. Like that is also its own problem. Like having eating disorders is not a good thing in general. Like you have to find that balance. So it's not that we're out here advocating to be like unhealthily skinny either. It's just like
what you're getting into. Like if you're going to like yourself and your body, that's cool. But know the risks associated with it. Can we just be honest about them instead of lying to people? Be like, no, it's okay to be 600 pounds. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Can we just be honest about it with people? And I want to finish this ad because I want you to get your last reaction to the picture. Oh wait, I muted it. Oh no, what did I do? Wait, go back.
Oh God. Oh. Oh.
Look,
Have
they
some
made her
decency and pull your fucking shirt down.
Dude, they made her avatar skinnier than her.
Yeah. Yeah. Like as fat as the avatar is, it's smoother shaped and better shaped than her. They still are trying to idealize it and they don't want to admit it. The arms are thinner.
The arms are thinner.
Legs are thinner. The contour of the belly is way better than that.
I mean,
mess.
look at this.
Yeah.
And she's got this weird shirt. Why are you even wearing a crop top? Like, crop tops are for people who don't have your body type.
She might not be wearing a crop top, Nina. That's probably a full-size shirt.
It's like a regular shirt. Oh, no. So this is... And then, here's Dove out here. A soap company. Let's change beauty. You know
Stay
why?
the fuck out of my video games.
No, you know why, though, Nick? You know why they want this? I have a theory, and maybe it's a really bad theory, but it's
I like
it's
it
a
already.
theory. I think they want women and people in general to turn fat because Dove can sell more soap because there's more surface to clean. If you're
Counter
fat.
argument, fat people smell because they don't shower. That's a joke. That's a joke.
No, but counter argument, fat people smell every 5 minutes because they sweat so fast. So they have to clean themselves all the time. So they actually use a lot of soap.
The old Louis Anderson joke. Who's a fat guy? He says, fat people sweat all the time. Fat people don't sweat, they explode.
Oh my God. The old fat jokes used to be the best, man. Like now you get canceled for that shit. It's so bad.
Every now and then I will see great stand-up bits pop up on like an Instagram reel or something. Have you ever seen there's a guy named Mitch Rapp?
No.
He's a comedian named Mitch Rapp, and he's like handsome and in shape and stuff. He's a young guy, and he's like, guys, I wasn't always like this. I was not. I was an ugly kid. I'm trans pretty. He's like, but
trans pretty.
He's like, when are we going to get our own bathrooms? They'll be awesome. Just mirrors and cocaine and beautiful people.
That's funny.
He goes in this whole thing about how he looks like a fuckboy and all of this stuff. And it's like this great little segment of comedy appreciating the fact that people look different. And I've seen a couple like really banger bits about like the Special Olympics and stuff lately. And I'm like, it's giving me hope for comedy. It's like, no, we can joke about this stuff. It's okay. It's okay to tell a joke.
I hope I hope it's on its way back. I mean, I like how like Chrissy Mayer got so much like her new stand-up situation got like such a huge like shout out from like all the different places, because it just goes to show like
when she told those women to be careful because she didn't want them to have harpoon scars, I was done. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I can't believe she did that. That was great.
It was so great because like because I was laughing at her joke even before that, because when she said like if I was a dude and I was going into like I became a dude, I want to go get the biggest dick because I'd have something to prove. And that's totally right. Just like in the video game, I gave myself the biggest breasts. If I was like, I'm going to go get myself a penis, like you can bet I'll get the biggest one. Hell yeah. Like it'd be dragging to my knees.
On it. Till you sat on it, and then you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to downsize a little bit, just like a respectable amount. Like,
hey,
okay.
you think that because like some women, they talk about like getting breast reduction, and I never understand that. I'm like, you take that back pain, okay, girl, you take that back pain, and you be proud of that back pain because you got the big boobs.
I would have big tits. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of which, so this topic, this topic is coming up more and more, but it's not just the feminists doing it. And I'm going to be on a live stream next Thursday, the 25th, with Megan Fox and Chrissy Mayer. And we're going to be talking about boob shaming specifically, and like how that's coming around from the feminist side, and also coming around from like I don't want to call it the conservative side, because it's not all conservatives, but it's a segment of the trad right that is starting to like really come down on women being revealing. And it's like, dude,
I have a problem with that. Like, I'm very angry about it, because
it's like a chick with D-cup breasts, like, there's a limited selection of clothing that you can wear that is not going to somehow show that there are breasts there. Like, you can't really avoid the fact. It's like if there was a guy with a 15-inch penis hanging there, like, what's he going to do? If he wears shorts, like, he's going to be hanging out the bottom of them. Like, there's it's like, there is a biological reality.
Yeah, exactly. There's a biological reality. Like, I can't stand women that shame other women about this exact thing that we're just talking about. And I've seen a couple things on Twitter, and I've just been like, like, I think you should, might want to hit up Islam, because they have this thing where they cover their women. That was their solution to everything. It's just, let's fucking cover the women up. And I think, like, y'all might really hit it off, because it's getting ridiculous.
Is like, my thing lately is I have been, this is gay. I'm like in some of the best shape I've been in my life, because I've been working hard at being there. I was in better overall shape in college, but I was 20 pounds lighter and I was way too skinny. So like, I'm at my target weight. I really, really monitor how much I eat to stay there. I don't want to be any skinnier, but I also don't want to gain weight. And I'm converting my existing body fat into muscle through work. And it's like, I want to reach more towards my idea of an ideal body shape. And I keep seeing society say, no, actually don't do that. And I'm like, why the fuck not?
Right.
Like, you feel so much better. You feel so much more confident. Your clothes fit. Like, when you are that sort of standard shape, and you go and you try on like 7 outfits, you go, all of these look okay. That's weird. It's amazing. And you feel better about fucking everything. I cannot countenance just how angry it makes me that people are trying to counsel people into less happiness.
I know. That's how I feel, because I lost all the weight too, Nick. Like, I'm like, as an ex-fat, I feel like it's my duty to tell people, look, you don't have to live like this. And you can, like, life is so much better when you lose the weight. Yes, right. That's right.
You did a stream with a couple other people. You guys were sharing your like older pictures.
Simcast,
yeah, it was on Simcast. That's right.
Yeah. So like, as an old fat, as an ex-fat, I feel like it's my duty to tell people, like, you don't have to live a miserable life. I was miserable because it's just like, all the things you said. Your sexual drive is dead because you just don't find yourself attractive. Like, I would just look at myself in the mirror and be like, I find nothing about myself attractive. You have problems like walking around, everything hurts, like you're in constant pain, tired all the time. You always want to eat, like nothing, it just doesn't stop, like eating. Now the thing with the eating is, I am kind of like Fat Monica. I know you don't like Friends, like, but I am like Monica in that sense. Like, I have a fat girl in me that always wants to eat, but I'm always shutting her down. Like, I like eating food, but I'm like,
me too. So I lose track of when this was. I don't think it was December of last year. I think it was December the prior year. I was the heaviest I've ever been at some point, not too terribly long ago, but I was 206 pounds. And which I mean, in college, I'm 6'2.5", and I was 160 pounds. So like,
wow,
I've always been very thin. Very thin. I could not put on weight. I didn't even put on weight until I was about 34. And then I started to actually, like, my metabolism finally slowed down. And I ate like a fucking disaster constantly. But here's what I used to eat. Every single night, I would eat about a pint or more of ice cream, either mint chocolate chip or chocolate chip cookie dough. I would add pecans. I would add magic shell chocolate sauce. and I would, if it was mint chocolate chip, I would add cookie dough to it. And then I would pour in whole milk and make it like a soup of ice cream. Every single night I would eat this. So I'd go through like
How
a
did you
half
not
gallon.
die? Like,
I don't know. But now I don't eat ice cream ever. I had my first bowl of ice cream in like 8 months. It was either yesterday or 2 days ago. It was like a cup of ice cream with a little milk in it, and that's it. And that was my favorite thing to eat. Every night I ate it because I just loved it. Sometimes I dip cookies in it too, Oreos or Nutter Butters or whatever.
It's the
Like,
best.
I love cookies. I love all of this stuff. I love to eat. And like, you just have to tell that person no.
Yeah.
And there is no trick. Like, sure, someone can nuance out a diet. There's no trick though. You just literally have to stop.
You just have to stop eating. That was one of the things too. Like for me, Nick, it was like the exercise. Cause like the exercise was a big part of it. Cause I did Bikram hot yoga and I did 30 days of Bikram hot yoga. And it was like, it worked. Like it worked a lot, but it was in combination with the diet because I stopped eating carbs and sugar. So like what you're talking about with regards to like the ice cream thing, I did something really similar, but like, every day I would have at least one, but usually multiple times a day, I would have fraps from Starbucks. I would have all sorts of sugary drinks,
like 600 calories each.
Right. Like it was a constant, like, especially summertime, like it's time for fraps, like, whatever. It's just like all the time. And of course, sodas. Like I used to drink fucking ginger ale, like no one's business in Canada Dry ginger ale. And it's all sugar. The moment I cut those things out, just those two things, like the sugar, like the freaking soda and the fraps, I lost so much weight. Mind you, I have a good metabolism. So, I have that working for me in that sense because it's not as easy for other people. I'm blessed in that sense.
When you stop eating specifically soda is a nemesis of health in general. And I don't love soda. The amazing thing about soda is if you don't drink it for a while and then you take a sip, you're like, this
it's
isn't
gross.
good.
It's disgusting.
But once you drink a couple of them, you're like, oh, nope. Your body gets that chemical feedback and it tells you it tastes good. But you got to remember, sodas are like 280 calories a can. And you drink 2 cans of soda. That's a fucking meal. It's a whole meal. That's a quarter of your daily intake. Most people, that 2,000 calorie diet is for like an average sized male who's not particularly active or unactive. And so if you're a woman and you're consuming 2,000 calories a day, you're going to gain weight. Like you're gonna do that. If you're a guy who's consuming 2,000 calories a day and you're not in an active job, you're like sitting all day at a desk, like I end up doing most of the time, you're going to gain weight. You really, a lot of people need to be eating 1,600 calories. And that means that you don't have room for sodas and extra large venti mocha caramel macchiatos or whatever. Like you can't do that because those things are half of your daily intake of calories.
And one of the biggest myths is fucking diet sodas. Okay.
Yeah. Garbage for you.
Garbage. And not only that, they actually put worse stuff in there to like balance out like the idea of like not having the sugar in there. So they put like aspartame and like all this like different kinds of shit in there that's even worse for you. And it's just like, I had this one friend of mine who was like really like a big guy and he was trying to lose weight. And he's like, like, I'm like, okay, so what are the things that you're doing? And one of the things he said he was doing is like, I switched to Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. And I was like, you need to cut that shit out. And he's like, yeah, but my doctor told me that was okay. And I was like, your doctor is shit. Change doctors. Like, I don't know what doctor you have. It's insane to me.
I'm a diet soda expert. And a fat person expert. Do you know why? I worked at a movie theater. You do not see skinny people buying Diet Coke, but every fat person I would predict, fat guy walks up. I say, medium popcorn and a medium Diet Coke, right? Yeah. How'd you know? Because you're literally every other 300-pound guy. Every single one. Because they don't want to get a large. They want one. Like they're heavy breathing in line, but they're like, I'm going to cut it down to a medium today. I'm going to do it. and then they get their medium Diet Coke. And guess what? They would always come back and buy another one.
For the refill.
Diet Coke is what fat people drink until they die, wondering why they aren't skinny. Stop drinking diet soda. It is terrible for you.
Now, Nick, you know what you described with that ice cream situation?
Heaven?
I mean, yes. But if I ate that, like if I ate what you just talked about, this is what I would look like.
Oh, shit. Oh. No. Oh my God. You know what my alternative is now that I actually really enjoy eating is I'll take a Honeycrisp apple, usually if they're in season. Otherwise, like a Jazz or a Fuji apple, any of those Pink Ladies, any really sweet apple. Chop that into tiny cubes, or you could chop it into wedges and then chop them into slices. Throw that in a bowl. A handful of sliced almonds, and then I get the Oikos 000 vanilla yogurt, which has no fat, no carbs, but it's got 17 grams of protein or whatever, and no sugar. And you mix that all up, and the crunch and cold sweetness of the apple contrasted with the whatchamacallit, the almonds. It's actually delicious. And I'm not a guy who has ever eaten yogurt. I don't really give a shit about yogurt, but it's fucking good. And yeah, the apples really sell it. Oh my God. Hold on. Someone dropped one of these in the locals chat here that I got to share.
Okay.
God, I love airplanes.
Well, since you're sharing this from your locals chat, please plug your locals as well so that people know where they can find you.
my God. Look, if you want to get plugged, come to ricadolaw.locals.com. That's my online community of supporters and bros and friends. And we have a lot of fun in the locals chat. It's a great community. I do locals exclusive live streams as well. I haven't in a while, but I sometimes do cooking shows on there. I do hot tub streams.
He does.
And they're great. I don't know why they're great, but no, it's just a place where you get to remember that things can be fun again in life. It's okay to have fun. And they drop great memes. We have Ass Wednesday, which happens, most every Wednesday. And, and there's just,
your people don't share a lot of great asses though. Okay. Most of the asses being shared are people like this. And I'm like, look, I don't want to see that, guys. Come on.
Yeah. They used to actually there used to be a lot more good asses. I think they've been slacking lately.
Yeah. They've been slacking a little bit on the good and the good asses.
Thank you for calling them out because I'm not allowed to.
That's okay. I'm gonna do it for you because every time I come there, I'm like, I need some eye bleach, and then somebody will like balance it out. Like somebody will drop like a really nice one, and I'm like, oh, thank God, there's more of this.
It's up to you, Nina. You got to start posting good asses in there.
I'm not okay. Other girls' asses.
Yeah,
sure.
not yours. Yeah. No.
Sure, no. I will do that. I will. I'll balance out your disgusting ass, pics in the chat.
Yeah, everybody anybody who starts posting bad asses in locals, I'm going to start banning you. Take that.
By the way, the locals links as well as all of the other links are in the description down below, so make sure you check it out and subscribe to Nick Ricada. Now, this woke marketing situation, Nick, got a little bit even crazier.
It's worse.
It got worse. So Innocent's deleted tweet. This has been deleted because it got insanely ratioed from Heckler and Koch. Which I didn't know who these people were because I'm not Americans and I don't own guns. But apparently these people are like a gun company.
Destroyed.
Yes. So this tweet got destroyed and then she deleted it because so she responded to this person like this other person going responded to them going gun bunnies, beer bunnies, supporting women. And then so this guy was like, so if any of you guys feel the need to get rid of your 416s, 417s, imported roller gates, SP5s, USBs, etc. Because HK has gone woke. Just let me know. And so this person wrote, woke, wow, woke. Allow me to translate. Objectifying women was never a good marketing strategy
Wrong.
in the firearms industry. I don't think that's right. I don't think this. Right.
Everybody loves seeing that GIF of the chick with the big tits in the sports bra shooting and them just jiggling like crazy. Or the girl like laying on the ground in the yoga pants, and when she fires the sniper rifle, there's a big jiggle. Like,
yeah,
it's,
I saw Brittany Venti and Anna do it, and I was like, yeah.
I'm a gentleman. I did not watch those. I saw the like pictures, but I didn't. It's not that I was actually avoiding them. I just didn't know that there was video.
Oh, there was. Well, I saw Brittany Venti's on her Instagram because it was like a picture, and then there was a video of it.
I saw her holding that big fucking rifle with the stand, and I was like, well, I hope your shoulder's braced, because that's gonna hurt if it's not done right.
Yeah, no, she like laid down on the ground, and it was cool. I was like, I see. It's so weird to me because I used to be so anti-gun, Nick. Like I was like one of those weirdo liberal people that was like, guns are bad, like because they kill people. And then you
have to learn.
I grew up, and then I became, I realized guns are just tools, and you don't. That's fine, and you can defend yourself with a gun and all the stuff, right? But like one of the things that even in my liberal time, whenever I would see like the Republican chicks with guns and bikinis, I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, like, because a part of me still likes video games, and I still like, I still love those, the cool chicks in video games that would, be badass and kill things with like freaking guns. So it's just like you see that in real life, and you're like, oh, this hot blonde chick in a bikini is shooting a gun. There's something raw about it. Like you're like, oh,
okay,
that's
I've got the movies for you. There's a list of movies, and they're all by the same director. His name is Andy Sedaris.
Okay.
If you ever have the opportunity to watch an Andy Sedaris movie, it is the most 90s thing that exists. Like I think Hard Ticket to Miami is one of them. There's God, hold on, let me pull up the list of Andy Sedaris
Savage
movies.
Beast, Lethal Ladies, Day of the Warrior. Oh my God, this guy.
These movies
these are amazing.
Are so fucking awesome. Guns, Picasso Trigger, Hard Hunted. It's like they remembered that everybody actually liked Playboy Playmates.
Right.
And if they just put them in movies with guns that people would watch, and they're the most ludicrous movies. They're literally just excuses, and they're great. They're perfection.
They are amazing. I mean, look at this. Just look at this image. And like, I just want to watch this movie just because of this. Like, I'm just looking. Like, you're sure this is not porn? Because
I mean, there is a significant amount of nudity in all of them.
Okay,
but it's but they're not actually like to the level of the soft porn Cinemax movies.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there actually is a plot, but they're like, look, everybody likes hot women in bikinis.
I'm mesmerized already. I'm like, oh,
they were on Twitch for a while on Amazon Prime, and we watched like 5 of them on Twitch. It was so fucking great. Like we're just sitting there like, how do these movies exist?
I know, it's like,
and like.
I want to watch them. That's
some of them have like some pretty big names in them too. Like
the Guns one has freaking Danny Trejo in it.
And Do or Die has Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi.
Oh shit, yeah.
And Eric Estrada is in it as well.
What?
Yeah, you've got just these movies were so fucking great.
How have I never seen? Oh my God, hold on. We need to share this picture. Hold on. This is amazing. How have I never seen or heard of this movie? This is freaking Mr. Miyagi, like pimped out.
Yeah, he's the bad guy. He's an evil villain like, in this movie. So it's they're awesome. They're so much fun. They're ridiculous, they're goofy, they're irreverent, they're campy, but they're all like fit to kill. I love this movie. Fit to Kill. They're mostly Donna Spear is the main one. Cynthia Brimhall is in it, and Cynthia Brimhall is a stunning woman, absolutely stunning woman in these movies. So yeah, guys, go there. They're actually on like some of the free. They're a lot of times they're on Tubi and stuff. But when they come back on Twitch, we're watching them immediately. I'll take days off of streaming to just watch these movies.
Bro, next time I'm gonna have to watch that when you do it. Look at this.
How do you have this?
This is amazing. It's like this is when movies used to be fun. Like it's like why can't we just have fun anymore? Like it's not something that you would always watch, but the idea that it existed and you could go to it if you felt like you could, like it's like why not? Like not everything has to be an Oscar winner. You know what I mean? So
that's why. So the movie I have watched most on Twitch is without even a prayer of exception is Piranha Triple D.
I know.
Or Double D. Piranha Double D, yeah. Because it knows exactly what it is. It is so funny. It is so in your face. It is, and it was made in like it was made like 2012. And you're like, how did this movie make it this far into the 2000s? But it did. The Andy Sedaris movies, I love them more than that movie. There's a whole bunch of them, so you don't have to watch the same one over and over. But it's yeah.
I can't wait. I'm like, now I've gotten into a new thing. So that's great. Thank you for introducing me to that. Now
You're
back
welcome.
to this feminist weirdo.
Oh, I can't wait for the heel turn on this one.
So the feminist weirdo says, allow me to translate. Objectifying women was never a good marketing strategy. In the firearms industry, that was prominent strategy up until recently. Many industries have done that, including Beer Corps. As an actual woman typing this, which is like doubtful.
Actual woman. No, she is. Do you know who this is?
I know.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody posted a picture of her later. I'll use more words for you to comprehend. Using bunnies to sell products is trash marketing. Supporting women by not doing that is good. Now to address the rest, non-bikini parts of the ad. Seems like they should have given sources for the info they're throwing out. And for them to isolate a huge part of their target consumer base makes no sense. And their virtue signaling ad doesn't even make me want to drink the beer. But at least they used the actual women for it, presumably. So that was her thing, which I was like, again, like just attacking other women. And then this person was like, this is her, by the way. And I'm just like,
you?
Yeah, did you? I'm like, oh my God. And then she deleted that tweet.
She had to. And why? You are hot. It's fine to be hot.
It's okay to be hot.
You worked hard. You're on. Well, she's on prescriptionmuscle.com. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. I'm joking. Obviously, supplements don't make you look like that. Ask any number of people who just go, I'll just take supplements. They never end up looking like that because you still have to put in the fucking work. She looks great. And she
looks great. Unless she's like 200 pounds now. Maybe she just hates everybody. Like maybe this was like an old picture and like she maybe became a fat. And then she's like, I hate attractive women now. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I know at some point, like you can't keep up and your body like starts to go down. I hope for me that it's 80 or something like that, right? Like, because so many people I know, so many women I know, because you hear the manosphere thing about the wall and 30 years old, it's like the end, and it's like so many women I know in their late 30s, through their 40s are stunning and gorgeous, and it's because they keep trying. And a lot of times it's because they go through the period of, especially if they have children, their body goes through that change and then they have to work back to it. And it takes a while to get there, but they're motivated to do it. And when they get there, they're motivated to keep it because they remember how good it feels. And it's like, you look at Elizabeth Hurley and it's like, good Lord. Like, I wish every woman worked as hard as Elizabeth Hurley does to look how she does at like 55 or whatever. And, and I cannot imagine being someone who used to be that bikini model at HK or whatever, being like, you know what? Sex doesn't sell, actually. Shut up, you dummy.
Come on.
You could have sold butter to a fucking cow in that outfit.
I know, right? It's like, oh, come on. Now, speaking of sex selling, here is fucking Kanye West's. I don't know why everybody puts wife around quotes now when they're referring to her, but Kanye West's wife, Bianca, which I didn't even know. Apparently, this is the new Yeezy fashion line. I don't know if this is true, but I just saw this going around and I was like, what is this?
Oh, that's an outfit right there. It's a bold
That is
statement.
an outfit.
That is a bold ass statement. Holy shit.
Would you ever want to see Lady Rackets in something like this?
Yeah. I would. I mean, I don't know that I'm taking her out in the town like that, but sure. The top is weird to me.
The top is weird. Is
The
it
top-
tape? I don't understand what's going on. Like, is it a tape outfit? Like, is all of it tape? Because that would hurt. Like,
Have you ever
peel
seen?
that off?
There's a YouTube channel where it's like a bikini fashion show, but it's all like I say it's electrical tape, but it's not electrical tape, but it's that black leathery looking tape, and they make the outfits out of the tape right there, and then the women model them. You probably
No.
haven't because your algorithm probably doesn't think you want to see that, but
It's
it's
true. It
like
doesn't.
there are
But I
people who
do-
make like it's art. It's literal art that they make on people. I've seen like 10 minutes of one of them, and it's like these are amazing because they're sitting there like cutting tape and being very precise on the fly, making these things on the women. They come out
That's
like
cool.
they come out covered enough to be on YouTube, but they're not covered in much. And then they make a bikini out of different tape, and it's fucking unreal. But
Can you
it
send
doesn't
me
look
this
like
channel? What is this called?
this. Oh shit! I haven't seen this in a while, but I'll find it.
Okay, yeah, because I like I like weird stuff like that. But okay, did you even know that Kanye West got married? Like, I was like, who
I
is
thought
this
he was.
girl?
Wasn't he with Kim Kardashian?
No, dude. Okay, him and Kim got divorced like a while ago.
Dude,
Like
I
that-
don't look. I don't follow any of this stuff.
Okay,
but
then
okay,
you're
I'm
living
with
under a
you.
rock because she divorced him, and he went insane and went all like anti-Semite and like weird. And she was like, "Now you
Did you
guys
see that-
realize when I say she's fucking nuts and why I divorced him."
Did you see that Jonah Hill cured his anti-Semitism though?
No, what happened with that?
He watched 21 Jump Street. Kanye West watched 21 Jump Street.
Oh yeah,
he's
that's
like,
right.
he's like, I saw Jonah Hill in that. You know what? The Jews are okay. I was like, that's the greatest shit you could possibly
That
have said.
was hilarious. Like, I mean, I wonder what like Jonah Hill felt like when he heard that. Like, like Jonah Hill, I feel like, well, all right, I did this thing for the Jewish race. Like, that's fine. Yeah, I don't even know who this girl is. Here, let's Google her.
Okay,
what
here
are
we
you?
go. The Black Tape Project, part 3. Hold on. New York Fashion Week. They do this. So yeah, here's some of them. Let me get just the. I don't know if these are.
Are you going to share
Okay.
your screen?
Hold on. I'm gonna try and find one. Black Tape Project highlight show at Miami Swim Week 2020. Let me find a spot where you can actually like see something, and I'll make sure it's. I mean, these women are minimally covered, but this is on YouTube, so you could get age restricted, but it should be fine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, okay. So here we go. Let me share this one.
As long as you're not going to show nips or something, it's fine.
It's on YouTube right now. Like this is where
Yeah.
I'm getting this. So this is from YouTube. Wait, I might want to mute it because they probably have copyright.
Yeah,
music.
just mute it.
But okay, so this guy is making this. He's gonna start laying
my.
the tape onto her like live.
Oh, that's cool. And then they like they just wrap around. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then they make designs.
So here, I'll fast forward through so we can see kind of where it ends up.
That's dope.
That pause frame looks like his
Yeah,
hand
that
is right
is-
over her vagina. That's kind of funny. But here,
Interesting pause.
fucking YouTube. Sometimes it does this, where it's if you're full screen you can't. But so
Oh, that's
he's
cool, man.
yeah, he's making it, and then
The
They have-
buffering.
they have other ones. Oh my god, My internet is not slow, but
I know. Sometimes YouTube does that to me too, and I'm like, but everything else is working. Why is YouTube not working right?
Okay, so these are all tape cutouts that they've put on.
Oh, that's tape cutouts too. That's cool.
All of this is. They're only wearing tape. So anyway, it's
very mesmerizing.
It's art, and it's art on hot people, which is cool. Like, this is fine.
Yes, this is very good. This is what we need to balance out, you know, what I showed previously in the Adidas ad. Like, can we get some people that look properly pretty?
Right. And I think
this girl's face could use some work, but still.
Yeah.
At least she's pretty body-wise.
But they have I think in some of them they have men too. Like, I don't know. I saw in some of the thumbnails they were like guys and stuff. But like I said, I've watched like 10 minutes of one of these once, and it was cool, but that was it. Oh, speaking of art and body art, this is complete sidetracking from what just based off what we're talking about. Have you ever seen these people that do they do live tattoo animations?
No.
Okay, so what they do is they get someone with tattoos, right? And they have these really cool, they have a scanner, like a big ass scanner and a projector. And so the camera like takes a picture of the person, and then they have a projector and they cut all the lights, but they just light up the person, and the projector will animate stuff from their tattoos and make them move and grow across their body and stuff like that.
Crazy.
On the fly art form that they do. It's almost like VJing, right? Like, and so they do it to music and stuff. It is really fucking neat. I met someone who did this. And it was like, whoa, this is cool as shit. They were just a hobbyist at the time. But the professionals who do it, and they have whole shows where it's like that. It's like the model comes out and then they like make art out of their tattoos. It's cool.
That is really cool. I'd never heard, like, is there YouTube channels for that? Like, that's pretty wild.
I'll find one.
Cool. That is so weird. Okay, I'm going to read a couple of these super chats that have come in. Thank you, everybody, for being so awesome and sending in so much support. So while Nick is getting that, I'm going to read some of these. The Gun Club for $2 says, Nina's shoulders might be too big for it. I think that was about the Sailor Moon shirt. That's hilarious. Thank you. Aiken for $7.99 says, Nina, Pop-Up Parade have released Cowboy Bebop new figures. That Dove ad smells of Dove soap and warm yogurt. Ew. Thank you. Wolf Spain for $5 says, there are no ugly women, only lazy ones. Chris Gore. And we all need to be part of that anti-hot phobia movement to bring back hotness to the market. Yes, it's this is definitely like I'm not like the anti-hot phobia needs to end. And there was another one that Gary said, which made me laugh. I watched his new video, like one of his newest videos, and he said, like, because he was talking about like the Oscars and how there's like all this list about like how you need to be like, you know, whatever off a list, like there's a checklist and you have to like be that to do it. And he was like, the major marginalized groups in the most marginalized group in Hollywood is talented people. So it was like talented, and I was just like talented people, you know, whatever. I was just like, oh, that's funny. I forget the word he used, but it was funny.
Yeah. So here, this is the first ink mapping show ever done. This was in Lisbon in 2015. So it's got a little premise. Yeah. First live tattoo mapping event. There's no post-production. So this is all done live. So you got this guy who's got his tattoo or whatever. And they use the scanning tool, and then they start, just drawing it live on him.
Oh, that's wild.
And this is in 2015. Like, projectors are getting better. The software is getting better. But yeah, they do this type of stuff.
When do you think they're going to have like actual tattoos that are like that?
I don't know. But like a long time ago, they teased stuff like e-tattoos where you have like an e-ink screen underneath your skin. I think that would be so super fucking cool.
I mean, I think that's next though. Like stuff like this, where it's like the fish is like going through the arm and like blah, blah, blah. I think they're going to like probably do stuff like that.
Yeah, this is cool with what
crazy.
they do with
Vendala.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's only on the person standing there. It's a limited art thing. Like you said, it doesn't happen for people moving around, but I think that will happen at some point and it'll be really cool.
I think so too. Like this dude's like, can you imagine you have like a face and then let's say like, it's like Futurama. They did that. Like they had the talking tattoos.
Yeah. Well, so the person we met that did this, Lady Rackets has butterflies on her back, right? So she sat there and the person set up their stuff and live mapped it to make the butterflies look like they were flapping. And it was just
so cool.
It took like a little time and it was an amateur job because this person was just a hobbyist at it, but it was super neat to watch. And it's like, wow, like this is cool. And then you see like the professionals who really like put into it. They can do a lot of crazy stuff.
There's a furry there.
Yeah.
It's probably Lofty.
It is Lisbon. So who knows?
I thought it was Lofty Pixels. He showed up.
But yeah. So this is.
Ooh, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that on my chest. That's scary.
I got this thing that I'm taking to my next beach vacation. It's a temporary tattoo printer. So it's like a little handheld thing and it uses like an inkjet cartridge basically. And you hook it up to your computer and you like design a tattoo and then you just run it on your body. Like if you want an arm, you just run it down your arm and it prints it.
Yeah.
Like,
so you're going to be like a tattooed dude.
Just for fun, like tattoo random shit. We mostly got it for our kids to play with, but it's
I remember I used to be obsessed with those tattoos things. So when I was little.
Yeah, like, the little ones with the you put the sponge on for like 20 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Those are fun. This is cool. I'd never heard about this.
Yeah, it's like there's all these weird like alternative art forms. And the thing I like about them is that they all look better when you look better.
It's true.
Like, that's an okay thing.
What I would love, like in Canada, and I always thought it was the funniest thing was that whenever we like those major hockey games and stuff like that, the best chicks would wear like body paint. So like, there's like face painting, but they would do like the full bodies in body paint. Yeah. And the Canadian chicks are strong because they're like the cold, like what's that? But they would be like fully naked, like body painted and like, Canucks like colors and like blah, blah, blah. And then they would go to the ice skating rink. And of course the cold environment makes their boobs like,
right.
And you're just like, they're just there and living their best life. And I was just like, I don't understand. Like, why can't I do this with myself? Like, I'm freezing. Like, I'd be in like two jackets and like they're naked. And they're like, I'm like, I don't.
You got to drink more. You got to drink enough so that you don't give a shit that you're cold.
That's probably.
Or just do it when you're not at a hockey place. Because like, I've seen people at the beach in body paint, and like it's layered on thick enough that it's literally the same as wearing cloth. Like sometimes the paint is thicker than cloth that you'd wear anyway. But some of those body paint artists are like they're amazing.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are really cool. JD, thank you so much for the $5. It says they're not just breaking glass ceilings; they're tearing the whole house down. They are lowering the bar of society again. They always are. KF, thank you for the 2. Back in the kitchen and make my beer. Hail all. That's funny. Julian, thank you for the 550. It's been a year since I've been living in Canada and I came from Belgium. Damn, the Canadians are really into the new hypocritical way of thinking. Crazy. Yes, Canadians are nuts.
I gotta go hit the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Go. 200 Watt Studios for $2 says I'm gonna glaze her face. That is gross. 200 Watt Studios. Oh my God, Nick's profile picture right now is hilarious. The Dragon's Treasure, thank you for the $10. If only there was companies that didn't do this crap and people could support instead. Right. Go make one. Richard Boslin, thank you for the 10. I have now officially seen the new version of Black Dimples. Ew, I know, it's so gross. The Gun Club, thank you for the $5. Says the size of that sword, bet she makes a mean sandwich. Well, she spends a lot of time in the kitchen, so I'm sure she does. Thank you. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL for $1.99. I want Nina's character in Conan to save me. I'm sure you do, because I'm the best. Colby, thank you for the $5. Fun fact, the same company that owns Dove also owns Ben & Jerry's ice cream. No wonder they promote fatism. I didn't know that. That's an interesting thing. See, I told you there's a connection. We want to keep people fat because more fat people buy soap because there's more surface to clean. And now they also own the ice cream company that provides the fuel for the fat. So there you go. That's it's all coming into place. DL, thank you for the $1.99. Venti talks about how hard it is to get clothing. That's true. She does. It's true. But it's mostly because she's tall. She's tall. DL, thank you for $1.99. I've lost about 150 pounds. I got about 25 more to go. Good for you, DL. Keep going. Keep going. And then Samuel, thank you for the $9.99. It's pronounced Heckler and Koch, but everyone calls it HK. They are overpriced German company. Oh, okay. HK. Good to know. Brent Wolf, thank you for the $10. Says check out the HK account now. They course corrected already. Yeah, they will. I know she deleted the tweet. Let me see. Did they like lock down the account too? Let's see. What were they called again? Something. Oh, there it is. I got it already. What the hell? That's interesting. Okay. So they posted the road forward. HK does not engage in identity politics. A policy was violated. Changes were made. What? Yo, that's funny. Do you think that girl got fired? Oh, I can't wait till Nick comes back. We're going to talk about this. Thanks for letting us know, Brent. I didn't check out their actual page because she had deleted the tweet, so I had to track down the image, but a very interesting turn of events. Very, very interesting. HK, what is HK? That they're the gun company. They're a German gun company that had some very unfortunate tweets. That's very interesting. And also we had a couple Rumble chats from Raken Knight. Thank you for the $5. Says, I want sexy women and masculine men in my commercials, not whiny women and soy boy men. You and me both. Also for another $5, thank you, says, I just hope Monster doesn't get rid of Monster Girls. Do they have Monster Girls? I didn't even know that. Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. The Gun Club, thank you for the $5, says the 2A community was very vocal about her post, and they did not want to be the new Bud Light. Ooh, that's interesting. See, I always wonder if those kind of things work, right? Like you always think about does this kind of being vocal on social media work? And I mean, clearly, this is something. This is something. Thank you, Adam Warford, for the $2. Says, hey, Nina, look up HK-47 gun. It's super cool. Okay, let me look it up. HK-47. Okay, hold on. Oh my God, I looked up HK-47 and a Star Wars character came up. Can I even show this picture on YouTube? I don't think so. But okay. It looks like a rifle. Wait, no, it's a pistol. That's an AK-47. HK-47 is a pistol. Ooh, I don't know if I can share like gun pictures on YouTube, so I'm not going to. But it looks really very sturdy. It's like a very sturdy gun. Like I would never. I don't think I could ever hold a gun like that. I want one of those. Like if I ever got a gun, it would be one of those like cute pink ones because I'm a girly girl. So I want like a little one that like fits in my little stiletto purse. I mean stiletto purse. I mean, what did I say? What did I just say? I meant my little. Oh my god, clutch is what I meant. Stiletto purse. My words in my brain. I want a little tiny gun. Yeah, they went woke for HK went woke for like 5 minutes, and then apparently they decided to rose gold. That is so cute. That's adorable. I want to see that. Okay, let me see. What else did I want to show you guys? Oh, Gorlock made another appearance. Wait, oh my god, this is not Gorlock. Oh, why did I pull this up again? Ah. It was something worse. Why did I see that? I didn't want to know. I didn't want to see that again. Ugh. Wait, there was a Gorlock post though. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. There was a Gorlock post. Okay, there it is. I found it. But I feel like we need to wait for Rackets to come back for this too.
Well, good news. I am back. Sorry, my
Oh, no worries.
I went to the bathroom and then my daughter intercepts me and she's just bawling. I'm like, what the hell is going on? She had an eyelash in her eye. Which
how old is she?
She is, let's see, she's about to be 8. So,
oh.
Yeah. So it's like, so I had to go and like get eye drops. And I don't know if you've ever eye dropped a child, but they hate it.
I know. Yeah.
like, keep your eye open. I hated eye drops until I got LASIK. Then you have to do them all the time. Oh or you had to, while you're healing. And so then now I don't care because you kind of learn how to do it. But kids, they don't know how to do that shit.
Yeah, no. Oh, I like that you were dad duties. So
always.
I kept 3 super chats to share with you because these are very interesting. This one says, fun fact, the same company that owns Dove also owns Ben & Jerry's ice cream. No wonder they promote fatism. So I was like, see, it all makes sense now.
And Dove's been on the fat train for a while. They've put the big ladies in the Dove commercials. I don't want to see big ladies rubbing anything on themselves. I'm sorry. I'm not Wilhelm. I'm not that kind of guy.
And then there was this, which was really interesting. So that HK company, they apparently fired that girl.
Good.
Because
that's amazing.
This is the post they made. It says the road forward, and it says HK does not engage in identity politics. The policy was violated and changes were made.
Amazing. Good job. Like that is, and see, my reaction would be to make a bunch of bikini stuff, but this is probably the better overall reaction. Like, we don't care about any of this. We're selling guns. Like, we sell guns, buy guns. That's all that matters. We want to sell you guns. And it's like the quartering, right? He's like, no politics, no nothing, just coffee. I sell coffee. It's about coffee. Here's the coffee. And
he literally named it coffee brand coffee. I mean, it's like, you can't get any more coffee out of that. Like, it's just, which I like. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, it's good. I hate coffee, but it's good on him.
But it's good marketing. I mean, coffee. Okay. Like coffee, like, that's why I always like think to myself, you think to yourself, because slogans and music also is a huge part of marketing as well. So that's why, like, whenever you think about coffee, like the first thing that comes to my head is like Folgers, like,
the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Yeah. Yeah, because those iconic That's the one thing I miss so much about the 80s and 90s, and like the sad part about the streaming world that we live in is now if you watch TV for 10 minutes and see a commercial, it's all like pharmaceuticals. They don't. Yeah, I only do when I go to my in-laws' place or my parents' place, because their previous generation, they still have the TV on all the time, even when they're not watching it, it's just on. And so I don't watch TV. Everything I watch is streamed. If it's a TV show, it's streamed. So I don't do the commercials, but like those iconic jingles and slogans, it's like, man, I actually miss that. That was a story told in 30 seconds.
It was. And it's like, there's so many, like I could think of several off the top of my head, like meow, 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 meow. Like there's just so many different ones. And you're like, how did they get away from that? Because that worked. That put that product in your head. It's in there for life.
Remember the product that sold you on having sex with twins by buying it?
Double
your pleasure, double your fun. That's the statement of the great mint and double mint gum.
Yes,
perfect.
Double mint gum. Yes.
And they had twin women and twin men, and they're all hot, and they're all in like fucking bikinis.
No uggos. Like that was the other thing. No uggos. Like it's just there's so many different kinds of like sex appeal. Like there was like the Ferrero Rocher commercials where like the chick is like sitting there like late at night, like eating the Ferrero Rocher, and like this like, and it's just like the wind is blowing, and she's just like got this like beautiful red dress, and it's just like you're like what, like what happened to commercials?
I thought Ferrero Rochers cost like $12 a chocolate, like because of the commercials. I'm like, this must be, because I never really saw them around. I didn't look. It's not my style of thing. But when I saw them, I'm like, this must be one of those really expensive chocolates. And then you go and they're like Walmart, like $2.50 for 12 of them. You're like, this garbage, this is what they're selling. But the marketing was so on point. I'm like, only rich people eat these.
Yeah, it was genius. Because like, oh, you want to feel like high class. You want to feel like you're eating Italian chocolate. Like, here you go. It's just like, those are the things. And it's just, you think to yourself, how do they argue that kind of marketing doesn't work? I went away from it. And then you're thinking like, and then here we are, you and I are talking about some commercials from 30, 40 years ago that's still in our head. I still see double mint gum. I'm buying double mint gum because I remember that commercial. Like it's just
Juicy Fruit. I got the Juicy Fruit song. It's gonna move you. The juice of salt gets right to you. It's so good.
Yeah.
They're all like that. The 80s were magical. Sargon was talking about this today because we watched this old intro to a show called Ulysses 31, which was like a sci-fi space retelling of the Odyssey. That was an animated show like 40 years ago. I'd never heard of it, but
that sounds cool.
The intro sounded like it was performed by the Scorpions or something. And it was like, and Sargon says, listen to the music and how unapologetic and how unafraid it was. And you think of those 80s singers, like these guys are literally wailing. Their voices are their screams. And I think of like if you ever try to karaoke Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, those woes, like you have to just let it go. Like, because if you try to navigate your way through a Bon Jovi woe, you sound like an idiot. You have to just belt it out with all confidence. And it was like such this interesting, profound point that Sargon makes about an 80s kids show theme song. But it's like, no, this was a time when everything was just like we were comfortable with who we were. We didn't question the fact that we're making a rock song. Like, because when you look at Skid Row or whatever, and their hair's like this, like no one was questioning anything they were doing. They're just like, no, we're going to do this. Def Leppard, these guys all look ridiculous. Yeah. But it was all cool because it was just there. And it's like, where do we get back to being, or not Skid Row, Motley Crue? It's like, where do we get back to being Motley Crue? Where do we get back to not apologizing that the single 25-year-old rock star wants to have sex with women who watch the show or who come to watch the show, and that's like just kind of a natural thing, and and the woman wants to have sex with them too, and that everybody's okay with that arrangement. Like, now everybody has to apologize for being sexually attracted to someone. They have to apologize for just these normal human behaviors. And again, I gotta call out the weird thing going on in the manosphere on the right now with talking about like women and their body counts and stuff like that.
Ugh.
No one was asking these fucking questions in the 80s. And if we're pretending that now women are just having so much more sex than at any other time, like, it's just not true. And like, what was that song by sorry, I'm on spaghetti brain tangent mode, but that song by Bowling for Soup, 1985, right? She was going to be an actress. She was going to be a star. She was going to shake her ass in the hood of Whitesnake's car. And like, all of these things are just fine, normal things. And obviously you don't want to like hoe around too much because you can get in trouble, but it doesn't break people. Like, we are so over exaggerating normal human behavior throughout all of history to make it that suddenly now it's the worst ever. And that is a fallacy of presentism. And it's really fucking frustrating to see, and seeing so many people buy into it. And the thing that bothers me most is I know there's a bunch of guys out there and probably a bunch of women out there going, I'm going to give up on all of this human interaction shit because these guys are right. And it's like, no, they're not.
That is what bothers me the most too. It's like, I hear a lot of these black pilled people and they're like, oh, I'm going to just give up on, like, I'm going to give up on relationships. I'm going to give up on meeting people. I'm going to give up on this. And I'm just like, look, it's not as bad as you think out there, man. It's pretty normal out there. Just go out and try it. Like, you know, it's just, people are just so scared. Like, everyone's just scared now of their own shadow. It's just this constant, like this, because they've been made afraid by everything. Like, you know, this is actually going to flow into like the next topic a little bit, because, you know, originally not originally, but when the Me Too movement started, right, it kind of made this entire generation of men kind of be fearful of approaching women, because it's just like, okay, you know, women, like, and where that line is, right, of being inappropriate to, you know, like, whether it's at work or in you know, in public or whatever, to a point of like, no, that's just flirting, that's just a healthy, like, whatever, to the point of being creepy or whatever, right? There's different levels, obviously, there's nuance in every situation, obviously, but we've lost a lot of the nuance. And I think that one of the things that really just hit me hard, like, as in terms of news wise, this past month has been the death of that man, Neely, I think his name is. What was his name again? The guy that died.
The homeless guy in New York.
Yeah,
Neely, and the guy who everybody's focusing on is Daniel Penny. He's the Marine who.
That's right.
He has this guy kind of in a restraining chokehold. They call it a chokehold, but from what I've seen, it doesn't look like the guy is choked out. But it looks more like he's got him restrained with his arm around his neck. But there's a big stretch between having someone with your arm around their neck and actually choking them out. And if you've ever done jujitsu or MMA, you know that you can have someone in a chokehold and not be applying it correctly, and or not even applying it aggressively, and they're not going to choke. You've just kind of got them there for a bit.
You know what we should do, Nick? I have one super chat here. We should end on YouTube and go to Rumble and talk for a little bit about this, so that we can actually talk. Okay.
Going to Rumble. Is the link to the Rumble in the description on YouTube so people can follow?
You know what? I don't know if it is, but I can do that right now. Did I put it? Was I smart? Did I put it in the description? I think I did.
Well, send it to me.
It is. It is in the description.
Let me pull the stream. I have the chat up, but not the stream. So I got to send it to my people in locals so they know.
As well, I just put it in the private chat for you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Copy link. Okay, if you guys are in my local stream and you're watching here, or local chat and you're watching, we're gonna pop over to this video or this link on Rumble. Make sure you guys follow over there.
Yeah, and so let me get this final super chat here. Thank you, Richard, for the $5. In the movie Demolition Man, they had the radio station that played only advertisement jingles. Yes, and I love that movie. That's a great freaking movie. So
Yeah, me
everybody,
too.
we're going to go to Rumble. I put the link is in the description as well as the link is in the chat right now. So we're going to go there so we can actually talk like adults and not be afraid to talk. So we'll see you there in just a few minutes. Or well, not minutes, 30 seconds. So yeah. Bye, everybody on YouTube. Take care.
Gotta check out.
Wait, what were you going to say?
I was just saying, you got to check out Rumble. If you haven't checked it out in a while, it's getting better all the time. They're improving their interface. They're improving the streaming experience. Give it a shot.
They're doing good. Let's go there. We'll see you guys there. Bye, everybody on YouTube. See you on Rumble.
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen,